What is the price of a human's life? The same human that is made after God's own image. A human like the one that stands before you today. If I was abducted and raped, screaming and yelling for help, would you do something? Most people would say, of course you would help me. I'm a middle-class white American and I have value. So me getting hurt is upsetting. I believe you cannot rightfully put a monetary value on a human's life, but that people do every day. The average cost of a slave worldwide is $90. You can literally buy a human's life for less than the cost of a pair of Nikes. I also believe that Christians need to open their eyes and hearts and stand up to this injustice. Maria W. Chapman states, slavery can only be abolished by the rising of character of the people who compose the nation, and that can only be done by showing them a higher one. A human is an eternal creature. It has a soul and a spirit. The same spirit that will live for eternity in light or in darkness. John 3:16 states, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. The Bible clearly states that a human has more value than a pair of Nikes. I also believe that modern day slavery is real. I believe that the slavery industry is alive and booming. It did not end with Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Human trafficking is defined as the recruitment or transportation of a person by the means of a threat or use of force to achieve the consent of a person having control over another person for the purpose of exploitation, defined by the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. There are 27 million modern-day slaves across the world. 244,000 children and youth are currently at risk of sexual exploitation in the United States alone. Maybe the worst statistic of them all is that 50% of sex trafficking victims are children. This is an issue that is near to our homes but not near to our mind. Seattle is one of the largest hubs for human trafficking in the world. I believe this is a heartbreaking injustice that seems like it will never end. But I also believe that there is a God big enough to end human trafficking and redeem all the people involved. You may ask what the answer to this issue is, and I would respond with Matthew 12:30-31. Jesus said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. The second is this, love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater commandment than these.